show, I did not know that, like, half the girls were talking about my marriage. Like, I'm looking back at it like, oh my God, you know.
That was saying it?
Yeah, y'all were saying that. So your opinion, these allegations, which is why right now I have a lawsuit against Marie for defamation of character. Because we're not about to play those games. I'm going to stand on business.
Okay.
And big business, you won't see my name out your mouth. And if you say something, it better be the truth.
T-Squad, as you heard, Marie and Latrice from Belle Collective have been locked in a legal battle for what feels like an eternity, with each side refusing to back down. The drama has been unfolding in the public eye, with many expecting Latrice to come out on top. But in a shocking turn of events, Marie has emerged victorious, leaving everyone stunned. Marie faced an uphill battle from the very beginning. The stakes were incredibly high, with her reputation and livelihood hanging in the balance. Latrice's legal team was formidable, with deep pockets and a team of experienced lawyers. They spared no expense in building the case against Marie, and it seemed like the odds were stacked against her. Despite the overwhelming pressure, Marie refused to give up, and her determination paid off in the end. The legal challenges Marie faced were daunting, to say the least. Latrice's team threw everything they could at her, from character assassinations to nitpicking minor details. They tried to discredit her witnesses and even resorted to intimidation tactics to sway the jury. But Marie's legal team held strong, presenting a robust defense that slowly but surely chipped away at Latrice's claims. In a lengthy Instagram post today, Marie wrote, and I quote, "PSA, I stood on business. Case dismissed. I took the high road and let God fight my battle. This malicious, frivolous, and meritless lawsuit filed against me was dismissed. I never lied. This conversation video shown was aired by the production company, informing the world I was being sued. That's real story. There was no follow-up to this lawsuit being filed after it was dismissed, and my voice regarding this was never heard. Even after this case was dismissed, another lawsuit for the same matter was filed again to harass me. I was actually silenced on set about it to protect the image of others. It was swept under the rug and made hush-hush after it was concluded the case was dismissed. The story went away completely. When I was initially sued, I was silenced and had to show up to film with an active lawsuit against me like this wasn't a real issue, making it a hostile work environment. Had I lost this case, this would have been story and aired to make me look like a bully. I get the bad edits to come off as if I'm popping off for nothing, in quotes, great for entertainment. It's definitely for a great reason. Season after season, I've been lied on, antagonized, and triggered behind the scenes, and individuals run to the cameras and cry victim. I understand the audience can only go on what's shown. So much happens off camera, such as me being harassed and bullied, and when the cameras start rolling, the audience don't understand why I have so much smoke. To keep filing the same lawsuit against me over and over because of losing the first lawsuit is insane and bizarre. I have taken the fall in another situation in order to protect the integrity of the show, but not anyone. At this point in my life, I have nothing to prove to anyone. Now that my legal woes are behind me, I can continue to focus on building my healthcare empire. Only the truth will prevail. Peace and blessings. Hashtag Belle Collective. And as you see at the bottom of the screen underneath the video, she screenshot the bottom part of the legal dispute, and it reads, "It is herefore ordered and adjudged that defendant Marie Hamilton Abston's motion to dismiss is granted, and this matter is hereby dismissed. So ordered, this the 21st day of February 2024. Now, I wonder what made her talk about this now, almost a year later, maybe because of the incidents that keep happening on the show where Latrice continues to attack her and make, really cruel and mean comments about Marie, and continues to say that Marie slanders her name, when in all actuality, from what we've seen on the show, especially this season, Latrice is the one that is keeping this whole thing going, when Marie does not even address her, look at her, or anything else. I do think that it is poor management of production and Carlos to have let Latrice say this on the show, and then there was no follow-up to show that this case was once again dismissed. First of all, the case shouldn't have even happened in the first place, because Marie wasn't the only one that commented on your marriage. She was not the only one. Tisha said something about your marriage. Akeisha said something about your marriage. The whole world has something to say about your marriage. Hell, Carlos has something to say about your marriage. You ain't sued him. So Latrice is a little girl. She really honestly is. She's a little girl playing dress up. She wants to be grown, but ain't nothing about her grown, okay? She wants to be articulate, but it's not. This was a frivolous lawsuit. It was ignorant. It was childish. They need to do a clause like over on the Housewives, where the housewives can't sue each other. And they need to do that on Belle Collective and Love and Marriage Huntsville and all of these other shows that Carlos produces, because this does make for a very hostile work environment. Who wants to go and work with somebody who is suing them and trying to ruin their name, their businesses, and everything else? Now, I know a lot of you that are Latrice fans will say, well, Marie started at season 1 when she talked about her weave or whatever. Marie has broken down that whole situation. You can go back and listen to what she had to say about it. That's what I'm going to say about that. I could care less about none of that other stuff, okay? Some changes need to be made over there at Kingdom Reign, and it's very obvious with the complaints that continue to come out from current and former cast members of Carlos, where these women are saying that they've been done wrong. They don't feel safe. They're silenced. They're not paid correctly, and all of these things. Shout out to my boy Scotty by Nature. I watched his video last night where he discussed Carlos's Messy Monday show, and on this week episode he had So Gucci on there, and So Gucci confronted Carlos about the fact that she didn't feel heard, seen. She felt uncomfortable and unsafe and disrespected by the fact that they continue to try to make her film with Selena when she had a no contact order. And when she brought that up, Carlos immediately went in defense mode and said, well, you knew that she was filming this season. Well, yeah, I could know all day that she gonna be filming, but that don't mean that she got to film with me. That's the difference. If I have a no contact order, that means that we are not supposed to be around each other, period. So stop trying to create scenarios where we are caught in the same space with one another. Y'all did it with Akeisha's fish fry, where Latrice bought Selena, and it could have been a case where So Gucci was there that time. It just so happened that she wasn't gonna end up being there, but y'all tried it that time, and then y'all tried it again when they went to the improv class, where y'all had her walk into that room while So Gucci was sitting there. It's a no contact order. We're not supposed to be around each other. So why are y'all steady trying to put these two women in the same room with each other? What, to create another fight, another altercation? And then he brought it up in video. He was like, well, even after that, Letitia was the one that ran after you and asked you to stay, and you agreed to come back in the room. I understand that, your husband felt a certain way, and you have to respect your husband, and da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah, she did come back in the room, but let that be her choice. y'all still bombarded her with having Selena come and her not even knowing firsthand that she was even invited to said event. So y'all are creating these scenarios to have these women in the same space, knowing that they are in a very contentious position with each other. Y'all trying to start mess. It's like, are you just trying to create drama for the show and not care about your cast and supporting their certain wishes? It's like, what are we doing here? You know, I don't think that that's cool. And I do think that they continue to try to give Marie a bad edit. I really do. But this season, I think that the audience is seeing that Latrice is part of the problem. She's been a part of the problem. And that at this point right now, from what we've seen, she is the antagonist of this. Because nobody can say this season that Marie has done anything to Latrice. Nobody can say that. And I do think that it's unfair that it wasn't brought back up that her first lawsuit was dismissed and the second one was dismissed. That does need to be validated on the show. And why was Marie silenced from talking about it on the show when you all allowed Latrice to bring it up on the show and aired it? Why was Marie not able to defend her name and the claim and discuss that this lawsuit was dismissed? Why is that? Why? That needs to be atoned for. Why? It's showing favoritism, and it's showing that you do not support or care for these ladies in the way that you should. And the way that he shut Gucci down in that interview on Messy Mondays, I didn't like that. It's like he totally invalidated her feelings instead of acknowledging it. And even just saying, I'm sorry that you felt that way. This is a conversation that we should have one-on-one after this. You know what I'm saying? Or just something. But he totally shut her down and tried to make it like it was a you problem, not a me problem. And to further prove that his response to Gucci was not sympathetic or apologetic, this week's episode of Messy Mondays was taken down. It was taken down. And that says a whole lot. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Y'all make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.